Okay. Oh, moving stuff around right next to the mic. That's professional. Okay. Wow. Looks like everything is good. Everything is running. I am streaming. I am live. That is done. Everything is stable. Fantastic. Okay. Oh my. I don't need the ear protection. That ear protection. I don't need my headphones really, but it's nice to have them to focus in. If that makes any sense. Okay, so what I have here is a bunch of bugs and oversights and stuff like that. So I'm going to work on those at the beginning because it's boring. And we're going to work on Snow Peak today. But first things first, we're going to look at the Fire Temple. There's some of these issues that arose that I don't know exactly how they happened or how to fix them. Hall of Prevalence, I was playing the game and there was a hole in the ceiling. Ooh, that did not look good. There was a hole in the ceiling. And then I looked at it in Creation Kit and it wasn't there. And then same thing with the Enhanced Fierce Deity Sword. I must have just been looking at the wrong thing. Okay. So apparently there is a issue here where there's a slope that has a gap. I think there were also some gaps I forgot to write down in other places. Slope? The slope in the Fire Temple leading to the Armos Titan. That actually brightens it a little bit. Oh, it might be up here. Oh, that's kind of a... Why is that even there? That right there is not needed. There's no nav mesh on it either. Yeah, this little piece is kind of out of... That does not need to be there. Slope. So it looks like it's at the base of the wall. Ah, oh, that's what that was covering up. Let's just use a volcanic rock instead. So it's a little more. Oh, I think it's right here. Yes, right there. Okay. Yeah, that one right there is okay. This needs another one of these big rocks. There we go. That has been fixed. this is a script issue. So I'll have to look at that. Else I wanted to look at was this, because if it resets somehow, so yeah, I'm gonna maybe what I could do is put it to the side like this. And you have to do two, no. My concern is if it, like if somebody, I don't know, maybe I could also just make it big so you can't really jump over it, because it is a shelf. Yeah, I'll just make it like so large you can't. You could jump over it if you tried really hard. And it kind of has the same issue. But I could put like a ramp leading up to it. me see. If I put this thing in here, like that. No, it has to be like this. Actually, it has to be the other one. It has to be this one. Yeah, if I put it in like this. Then that works a little better. Brambleberry has arrived. Welcome. I'm doing some tweaks before we jump into more Snow Peak stuff. Okay. That's reasonable, and I'm going to put a ramp right there. Balcony ramp. Okay, I have to reconfigure the nav mesh. That's okay. Oops. Are you supposed to be there? Okay, that rock can go. think that should be good. Okay. That all connected. It looks like it is. Alright. Ding, ding. That's back. Oh. Okay. That wasn't really a reported bug, but it was something I wanted to deal with. The rest of these I'm going to have to save, and then I'll come back to it. Okay, now I know there was a new idea added. So the idea that was suggested today was environmental objects, rubble piles that can be excavated if you have the right item. And I kind of have that already implemented. With the unstable ebony ore vein that I was just using, but since it relies on Dompe's shovel, I don't really think it depends. Like, this is the crux of it, is the mole mitts. So what I will need to do is I'll put it under being considered. I'm not 100% sure on it. Oh, Xavier is here. Folding Note is here. Welcome. Mole mitts. When the mole mitts are added, that's when I will consider it. Because I don't think I could implement it with Dompe's shovel, but I feel like that could just be a bonus item that does it. It's something that really relies on the mole mitts. I think I'm going to do all that. I think it would have to be equipped. Yeah, I'm just generally not sure. But I will file it under being considered. And update the chart. I don't know why I've kept this chart updated for 5 years, but okay. Creation kit is ready. We need to go to... I need to look at the allocator script. Because I was using it and it found an undefined category, and so I said no, and it locked no. Whew. Scanner ID 1. Scanner ID 1. Warp check. All of monsters, all of legends. Undefined show. Check. So warp check needs to be warp check is okay. Warp check just needs to be reset to 0. Oh. If warp check is 0, but if it was 1, wait a second. Warp check is 0. No. Okay. Remove archive storage, so it should reset it. It should just always reset it to 0 because it defaults to 0. It's 0 by default, but it needs to whenever yeah, scanner ID is 1. Warp check has to be 0 each time, and that activates every time. Okay. Scanner ID 2 should also default warp check to 0. Okay. Easier way to do it. Okay. I don't know which one will fetch, so we're gonna have to delete both. Don't remember which one was. Okay, so that was the original. So I'm gonna have to change the magic effect to call the that. save it. I might be able to... Ooh. Where is my brain going? I might be able to do this one. Add the Minish Coin display. But at some point during this stream, I will have to reset Creation Kit, because the more cells it loads, the less happy it is. I'm looking at other ideas on the list to see how I feel about them. Okay, just refining ideas while creation kit. Oh, creation kit's done. Okay. Now, can I go into the Hall of Prominence and set up a Minish Coin display? If I can't, then we'll have to reset creation kit. This does not bode well. Alright, yep. It is not happy, so we're just gonna let it crash. And we'll have to reset. That's okay. That's why we save often. Okay. Reset creation kit. I'm gonna keep looking at these ideas. Where was I? This thing. Okay. Just realized that I already have treasure bag up here. I feel like this is kind of redundant because if we're gonna do Gasha nuts. The crystal things from Wind Waker. Oh, okay. Creation kit is loaded. Let's go to the Hall of Prominence and set up the display. What does the Hylian script for P look like? I mean, it could have Sheikah on it. P looks like P. This kind of works. Okay. Prominence. Hall of Prominence. I could put one right there. Yeah, we could put it right there. Or right there. I kind of want to put it here. Although it's not really that closely related, so I'll put it right here. Is there any other Minish stuff? I don't think there is. No. Okay. Minish Coin Shield. Go. Initially disabled. I'll just have a normal coin just for reference. Okay. Okay. Including a coin for size reference. display. Get armor, Minish Coin Shield. And that should be it. It's currently heavy armor, but I'm going to make it so that you can change it. So duplicate that, change it to light armor. Value 512, armor rating 28. Let's just see. Ooh, and security connection. Okay. 28. Warmth. Oh my god. Okay, light armor shield. 28 is better than glass. But not as good as Dragon Scale. And then in terms of heavy, it's on par with Falmer, not as good as Orcish. So it's still decent. So I'll keep it as 28. Elven Gilded. Probably make a form list. There's corn shield list. Corn shield list. All right, pop that in there. Boop, boop. Okay. Oh, and I need to make a message. Okay. That will make it a little more reliable. Okay, that has been fully integrated, but now I also have to put it in the right form lists. And I need to make tempering recipes for both of the, oh no, just the light armor one. Beep. All right. And then I need to make a armor alteration table so you can switch between them. BB. Bada bing, bada boom, you got water. Okay, so I think that has been fully integrated now. We're gonna save. I'm glad that they separated this, because there's just so much added by Creation Club. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's keep looking at the ideas. I'm gonna upgrade this to very intrigued. I'm very intrigued by the beetle gauntlet. All the same. It would have to be kind of like a boomerang. I think it would have to be reinterpreted to be a form of boomerang. Yeah, I could see that working. I'm gonna actually upgrade this to likely. Because I am very intrigued by the beetle. Okay, back. Minish Coin has a display now. Spawning on top of the Turban Forge. Tamriel. Okay. So more of this, stream was used to fix bugs than I thought, but that's okay because that just means more stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. More stuff will be in 6.6.3.A.8 which I should update the version number to reflect that. Now, I hope Creation Kit lets me. Uh-oh. Does not look good for Homestar Runner. We got this display, and this is not that huge of an issue. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I think. Oh no, yeah, no, it's not gonna respond. I think it's done. So I think what I'm gonna do is pack up the new update. Yeah, okay, no, I'm not gonna play with this. Pack up 6.6.3.8.8. This will be moved. These move. Okay. This down here, just in case I have to do 8.9. Okay. Highlight these. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is copy the Relics of Hyrule Dragonborn into backup. Then, oh wait, Xedit first. Xedit. Yeah. Save often. The Grand Inquisitor says save often. That's why you save often, because you might, something as innocent as switching and looking at the turn and forge could crash everything and make it all terrible. Okay, Relics of Hyrule version. Gonna rename that to 8. Beep. Save that back up again. Copy. paste. Yes. And we're going to open that, and we're going to open Skyrim Creation Kit for Special Edition. We're going to change Legendary to an ESM. And hit record flags to ESM. Now it is in ESM. Beep. So that is ready to go. Load Skyrim or Relics of Hyrule. Set as active file. Boop. This is that one. Open this in a new window. Go to the mod archives. Relics of Hyrule. Oh, I have to update the change log. This will take a while. Yes, copy. Alright. Rename this to .8 changelog. And write the changelog. This is a script change. I feel like that was just me. I swear to God, this thing, it says access denied. Oh. There's a frickin' bot in the chat. Get rid of that thing. Yep, sure enough. I don't know why it does that. Access denied. What are you talking about, access denied? Get in there. It's always the first one. The second one, it's always fine. this is loaded. It's that last, like, 2%. Access denied again. What the heck? Alright, well, I'll save this. I'll just delete these two, because I have to put both in anyway. That should be it. Now it's been a month since the last version. I think that's good. Monthly updates is pretty darn good. Alright. Save complete. We can close this. Ugh. All right. I just saw the icon for Copilot. It made me shudder. Go, and I'll cull these two. All right. Just watching very slow movement of everything. All right. This one is fresh. All right, let's pop that in there. And we'll put the changelog in there too, once it's done. All right, we got two different things to watch. I also need to add all the scripts in. So once the ESPs are in, then I have to add the scripts. Let me just make a note of that. Script ESP version changelog. Ah! Was that access denied? Oh my god. Just let me do what I need to do, you stupid program. It's not that complicated. It looks like that one issue. Oh wait, no, I'm looking in the wrong spot. I don't know where to look. This might be the... I think the issue... Okay. Okay, that's the issue. Alright, well that's not a problem. Dark Guardians. make it rely on the update somehow, not change anything. Alright, this is new. That actually succeeded. Alright. And I'm going to do the same here. But what I can do update ESM. Is there an update ESM here? There is. So maybe I should make it rely on that. Maybe. Well, I can at least put the change log in here. I also need to make an ESM, so I do have to hack it again. Okay. I don't know how long this whole process will take, but it very well could be that my promise of Snow Peak was a lie. This took longer than I expected, but I wanted to have the update ready to go. If we have time, I'll pop in and do a little work with Snow Peak. Okay, so the changelog is in both. It does rely on update ESM. This is SE edit, so I'm just gonna do that. I don't know why it reverts changes from the update. There's gotta be a way. Oh. Thank you, Tina the puppy. Thanks for stopping in. I'm packing the new update as we speak. This is, I think Legendary Edition might be ready to go. Well, thank you. I have taken great care to do what I can to respect Zelda. This one. I got distracted. I've done what I can to make Zelda and Skyrim synergize the right way. Yeah. I'm just... When it turned 10 years old, I was like, how? How did that happen? How is it 10 years old? Yeah, like, there's some people who told me that they were in middle school when it... Yeah, like... Oh, man. There are people who were in middle school when it first came out. People who were in college when it first came out. But to be fair, I was in college when I was making it. Groups. Okay. I need to copy over these. These are new. That really does mean a lot. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but like, the reason I made Relics of Hyrule in the first place is because I wanted a Zelda mod that respected Zelda and like weaved it into Skyrim. And I couldn't find any other mods that did that. A lot of people tooting horns. No, it tells them I'm doing the right thing. That I'm on the right track. And oh, that was pointless. When something gets a big response related to Relics of Hyrule, I'm always like very happy. I recently made a what is Relics of Hyrule video, and it got 3 3,000 views and like 230 likes or something like that. And I was like, but okay. So I need to make more videos. I think the next video I should make, honestly, is the Master Sword, because I think that's the best move from here's what is Relics of Hyrule, and then I need to make another Master Sword video guide, because there is one, but it's old and it doesn't have the new models in it. I'm very glad that are you asking how to get 2 Master Swords? Oh. Okay. I need to get the... Oh, okay. Okay, no, I have to wait until all the scripts are in. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can't get 2 Master Swords in the mod. There's 2 different paths for the Master Sword to go. The only way to get 2 is to hack them into your inventory. And then something else that I'm working on is, so the Noble Sword, at some point I'm adding the Ignoble Sword, which is a corrupt Noble Sword. But yeah, and the way that I set it up was you can corrupt it, but then no matter how far gone it's gotten corrupted, you can deeply corrupt it, but you can reset it so that you can restore it to its true nature. And in the archive, the museum, the only way to get the true Master Sword is to restore it. You can't get the Deep Corrupt Master Sword. Wait, no, you can't get the true Master Sword with the Deep Corrupt Master Sword put on display, but you can get the Deep Corrupt Master Sword if you get the true Master Sword, because the whole point is this is the true form. But short answer is you can't get 2. Why is this taking so long? Oh my god. It's literally just 2 scripts. Well, thank you again. Yeah, yeah. See, that's another thing. That was one of my goals. Was, um, like to weave it into Skyrim lore, so that it gives you a reason to not not that saving the world isn't a good enough reason, but like giving you a reason to explore Skyrim. Oh, where are you stuck? Good. It didn't do source scripts. Scripts. Oh. I don't know why it would be crashing. I wonder if they do, because I know with Relics of Hyrule there's no like immersive, there's no like patches for immersive reading for Relics of Hyrule, so I wonder if it's because it's trying to load a file that doesn't exist, it's freaking out. I have no idea. I doubt that. Oh, the mod says it supports mod of books. Interesting. Huh. So it's like a voice, text to voice kind of thing. Then there shouldn't be a problem. That's weird. Oh, this needs to stay in there. Okay. Makes you can read a book with no menu. Pick up the book and read. Alright, these two need to go in here. Wait a second. Alright, those go in there. And then I'll get the other one. Okay. And these go in here. Now, okay. These are the last two little bits going into the mod files. Oh wow. Oh, we're cooking with gas now. Why can't you be like your brother? Look at your brother. It's at 66%. Why are you at 20%? Once these are copied in, these script files, then I'll be able to upload these files. Okay, so there's a lore book. Oh boy. In general, with the lore and the mod, there's sort of an implication that the different realms of Hyrule were sort of like all coming onto the same plane, like space-time was getting squished or whatever, like everything was getting unified into one spot, and all of its history was happening all at once. But there's another lore book in the there's a couple lore books that indicate that a connection was made between Termina and Hyrule, similar to, like, you know, in Majora's Mask, Link went through the Lost Woods and then fell down the rabbit hole into Termina. So that kind of tenuous connection, there's this implication that it was made stronger enough that all the crap that was happening in Termina, refugees came from Termina. But then that link got severed. So even though it's another dimension, there's like two different things happening. A link connecting them, and then they're sort of entering the same plane because all the shenanigans going on with our big friend. Okay. Files. Yeah, I grabbed some fan theories here and there and weave them in. And I know I got a little flack for, like, implying one fan theory that Termina is purgatory. But it's open to interpretation because it's all from the perspective of the hero's shade. And it also connects with Twilight Princess because it's heavily implied that the hero's shade in Twilight Princess is the hero of time. So, like, I'm just unifying things. All right. SE 222 version 8 May 5th. Update existing file, add a change log. Alright, Special Edition is updating as we speak. Speaking of Termina, sometimes it comes up, because I added low rule to the mod, that you can visit low rule. So sometimes it comes up the concept of visiting Termina. I don't know how to make that work. Like, because the link has been severed. But I suppose with Majora's Mask you could reopen it. So there might be an avenue for that, but I just don't know what to do with it. Because I love Majora's Mask so much that I would want to do it justice. And it's one of those things where I'm like, it has to be perfect. Because I can't just add a Termina world space. That's not what Relics of Hyrule is about. It would have to be like some small thing, but it's like, what? And then another thing that I'm kind of like been toying with is if Skyrim became Hyrule, if Morrowind became, or no, if Hyrule became Skyrim, if Termina became Morrowind or something like that, but I don't think that works because they're different realms. And I already have the Twilight Realm in there, so I don't know. Termina is something that I'll have to think about. Yeah, I feel like I could do something with it. Alright, I sure hope I didn't mess anything up with this update. If not, I'll find out tomorrow and fix it tomorrow. Change log, bam. Alright, those are uploading. Giants. They're definitely in the lore. They could be involved. They would still be around. Sort of like they're the goddesses of Termina, essentially, so they're keeping it safe, I imagine. I'll have to do something. Alright, well, both versions are updating. I'm out of time. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, and that's when I end the stream, but it will these versions will be, the new versions will be ready to use soon. Thank you for all the kind words. Thanks for the support, and that's all I got. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. And as always, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. That's all I got. Good night.